nearlydanish.com.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get ready to rumble!
All right, this is FAQ 3. Okay, so for the people that are here for the first time, we started on the 26th of February, I think. And excuse me, we record all these sessions. And we upload them to the YouTube channel. So the name of the channel is Nearly Danish TV. And you can find all the sessions there. I'll just show it to you right now. So this is it. You can click on videos and you will always see the latest 2 sessions at the top. Another thing I also wanted to show you guys was I'm almost done with all the people in the book. So all the individuals mentioned in the book. So I've made a short video, like a short biography. And I started all the way from Angantua, and now I'm in chapter 6. I'm at the comedians now. This will probably be done by the end of this week. So please have a look at these videos. They will definitely help. I will be following them up with quizzes for each and every single one of these people. All right, let's get back to the game. Next. All right, so for the people that are not here for the first time, you've seen this before, but you know, the way your brain works is through repetition. So I'm going to say it again. The secret sauce to passing the test is get familiar with the questions. Make sure you go through all the quizzes more than once until you are consistently scoring 80% and above. Then rinse and repeat. Reading the book becomes easier as you go through the quizzes and vice versa. In the end, you'll be surprised that you know more about Denmark than your home country. Now, this is actually what happened to me. I took this test in 2019 and I passed for the first time, and this was the procedure. And ever since then, I've been training people as a hobby and basically putting them through this process. And a lot of people have had success with this. Read the book, do the quizzes, and you're good. Come to these sessions and come and have fun with all the other people that are taking the test. All right, let's get this show on the road.
Uh-oh.
All right. Majority of you got this right. So it was around the end of the 60s that people started, well, young people started challenging traditional norms. You'll see another version of that same question in this same Kahoot. Next one. All right. So in the 1960s, Denmark invited guest workers, and a majority of them came from Pakistan, Turkey, and earlier Yugoslavia that's no longer in existence. 27 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Okay, so you've heard me say this a lot for the people that have been here, but the best process is for you to come here and try. It doesn't matter if you've read the book. You don't have to read the book before you come to these sessions. You come here to figure out what you don't know. And then all your mistakes will be imported to your profile. So this is the reason why I highly emphasize that you should make sure you know how to find your profile. And after the session, you go and find it and correct your mistakes. And that's how you plug your knowledge gaps. Okay? So it's you do trial and error, and then you correct what you don't know. Then you try again, correct. And that's the way you'll make progress. The quickest way, I think. That's my opinion. All right, next one. All right, so in Denmark, the kings are usually either Frederick or Christian. So if the current king is Frederick, then his first son's name is Christian. And if it's a lady, then her first son's name is her father's name. All right, next one. All right, almost perfect score. For the people that have been coming, you've seen several variations of this question. You see, they ask it in different ways all the time. This is just one. Next one. 77 players reached an answer streak of 4.
Excellent.
Next one. Anders Fogh Rasmussen. All right. So this is about an individual. And this is the reason why, you know, these videos are important. You can find, let me see if I can actually find him. Yeah, there he is.
In 2001, Denmark experienced a political shift. The Liberal Party, led by Anders Fogh Rasmussen, won the election.
Blah, 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 blah. It mentions that he became the General Secretary of NATO at some point. Also, anyways, let's move on. I don't want to waste too much time on this. I'll mention it later. All right, 8 players lost their answer streak of 3. Sorry, guys. Can someone share the Kahoot code? Thank you very much. All right, this is a weak spot. This is okay. So all the frequently asked questions, you must know the answers to every single one of them. There's about 200 of them. This one is quite frequent, okay? So in 1944, Johannes V. Jensen won the Nobel Prize in Literature. There's also a video about him. Have a look at that. For all the people that got this wrong, so 67 people got this wrong, so almost half of you.
Now you know what you don't know.
Plug that knowledge gap. It will show up on your profile. Okay. At the moment, we have Miss Hald at number 1, Baladai at number 2, TD Fateh, and Bell 29. So I'm familiar with all these names except Miss Hald. That's a new name. Round of applause to you. All right. Volker Højskole, NFS Grundtvig. You've seen several forms of this question if you've been coming to the Kahoots. This is just another form. 23 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. All right, we have a static top 5.
Static top 5.
Dan is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. We talked about this before. All right. So in 1940, Denmark was invaded by Germany, and Germany demanded that the Danish government work in partnership with the Nazis. And Denmark basically had no choice, so they agreed. However, that agreement was cancelled in 1943 because Germany was beginning to, so around 1943 was around the time that a lot of Danes started sabotaging the Germans, and the Germans were requesting that some Danes, well, basically the Danish government should punish its own citizens, some of them by death, and the government refused, and that's how the partnership ended in 1943. 57 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Hope that made sense. Hope that explanation made sense. Okay, we have another static top 5.
Static top 5.
Alan.
Great job!
All right, so the Reformation happened in 1536. After the Civil War, Denmark, the Danish church became a Protestant church. And basically Dansk Folkekirken. And the king became the head of the church as opposed to the Pope. How many people got this wrong? 37 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Wow, these top 5 guys, eh? Queen Africa is back in the game.
Excellent.
On to the next one. We talked about this before. Okay, so the legislative power is shared between the government and the parliament. So the government usually is the one that proposes new laws, and then the parliament debates and either approves or rejects those proposals. 48 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Okay, so 2 people fell out. Matt Cakes at Soph got in at number 4 and 5. EM is the highest climber, up 12 places.
Excellent.
Next one. Similar question. All right, so the government has executive power. Only the government has that. This was just a yes or no question. So 41 people got this wrong. Fill your knowledge gap. It will show up on your profile. TD fell out. Sorry, man. Nori is back with an answer streak of 3.
Great job.
Next one. Okay, I can see this is a weak spot. So as Gayon is I don't know, is this guy still? I think he's dead now. Yeah, he's an artist, or was an artist, a painter. I think this is chapter 5. Anyways, there's a video about him on the channel, so have a look at that as well. 64 people got this wrong. Static top 5.
Static top 5.
That was a combo breaker. 4 players dropped the answer streak of 3.
Bruh.
All right, the September settlement in 1899. So this was the birth of the Danish model in the labor market. So basically, this is where collective bargaining started. There was a dispute between the employers and the employees, and they settled that on this year, 1899. I can't remember the exact day, but it's called the September settlement. 35 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Zedster now in the top 5. We talked about this. Let's see how you guys do on this one. I was expecting more of you to actually get this right. So 48 people got this wrong. All right. So the first female minister, her name was Nina Bang. And she was appointed by the first Social Democratic Prime Minister. His name was Thorvald Stauning. And she was actually, I'm not going to go into too much detail because there might be another question about her. But yeah, Nina Bang, first female minister appointed by Thorvald Stauning, 1924. On to the next one. All right.
Static top 5.
5th of May, 1945. Denmark was liberated. 45 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
All your mistakes will show up on your profile. Round of applause to this top 5. So we have Miss Hald, Baladai, I don't know how to say this name, Matt Cakes, Soph, and TD. Baladai and Matt Cakes, I'm familiar with Soph. TD, not so familiar. Miss Hald is brand new. Well done. It's always nice to see some new names at the top. Vic is the highest climber, up 12 places.
Excellent.
On to the next one. Five to 6 years. 48 people got this wrong. By the way, if you're not doing well, please do not feel demoralized. Don't feel bad. You're just figuring out what you don't know. So even if you're not doing well, don't quit in the middle of this. Just keep going and figure out all your knowledge gaps so that you can plug them. 5 players reached an answer streak of 3. Next one. Captain McCakes. Okay. All right. 20 people got this wrong. 2002 to 2003. Yeah, this was after September 11. Okay, 20 people got that wrong. TD is out. Zesta is back in. Risa is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Is it a he or a she? I'm not sure. On to the next one. Let's see if you guys actually know this. Oh, wow. Round of applause. Well done. A majority of you got the answer to this. 16 people got it wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Fix it. It will show up on your profile. Lolly in at the top 5 now. We're almost halfway through. All right, Henrik Pontoppidan wrote Look a pair. 40, wait. So 53 people got this wrong. That's a lot, man. Anyways,
Now you know what you don't know.
wow. Static top 5 again.
Static top 5.
4 players hit an answer streak of 8.
Great job!
Yeah, you'd have to do a bit of math for this one. 35 people got this wrong. Fix it. It will show up. Baladai now at number 1. Miss Hal dropped to number 2. Captain Matt Cakes holding number 3. So 4 and Dung 5. 18 players just hit an answer streak of 20. That's a perfect score because the first 2 questions were slides. Round of applause to you guys.
Perfect score.
And round of applause to Baladai because this guy has been putting in some crazy work on the website. Well done, man.
Excellent.
Frederick the 10th. Not the 9th or the 8th, the 10th. All right, next one. Static top 5. Talked about this before. (1788). It lasted 55 years. It was introduced in 1733. Who fell out? Can't remember. Abby is back 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Sweden. So Denmark and Sweden have been, well, they fought a lot of wars in the 1600s. Denmark lost a lot of territory to Sweden. 26 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Dung fell out. Lolly is back. Zedster now at number 4. Maximus is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Next one. Islam is the second biggest religion in Denmark. 46 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
That was a combo breaker. 9 players dropped their answer streak of 3. We are more than halfway through now. You know the answer to this. Of course, Folketing. 6 people got that wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. Static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Olga Su is the highest climber, up 3 places. Next one. All right. So when a new law has been passed, it is signed by the king, who is the head of state, and usually the minister that's in charge of the ministry from where the law has been passed, the new law has been passed. Don't know if that made sense, but remember the first time I saw this question way back in the day, I actually got this wrong as well. But you live and you learn.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one. Miss Halt back at number 1. Ala is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
So the civil servants are employed based on their qualifications. They are not political appointments. However, the ministers are political appointments. Okay, 50 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Next one, static top 5.
Static top 5.
Okay, at the moment we have Miss Hal Baladai, Captain McCakes, Zedster, and Lolly in the top 5. Aki has a streak with 27 correct answers in a row. That's a perfect score.
Perfect score.
Round of applause. All right, well done, guys. So this is the Second Schleswig War. Denmark lost Sønderjylland. And after the First World War, Denmark reunited with Sønderjylland, so 1920. Only 19 people got this wrong. Well done
Great job.
to the guys that got that right. For the people that got it wrong,
Now you know what you don't know.
fix that. It will appear on your profile. Lolly moving up a notch. Dung is back 3 in a row. All right, well done. Only 19 people got this wrong. Static top 5 yet again. Queen Africa moving up the ranks.
Great job.
Yes, so the Spanish flu was around the First World War. Denmark was neutral in that war, and actually, I think it was only about 10,000 people that died in Denmark, because then the Danes were not, traveling to other countries and fighting. 42 people got that wrong. Fix that, it will appear on your profile. By the way, I just have to say again, there's 200 frequently asked questions. You must know the answers to every single one of them, because you're going to see at least 10 to 15 of them on the day of the test. So make sure, if you failed any of these questions since we started, make sure you plug all those knowledge gaps and practice, practice, practice until these questions are ingrained on your mind, because you are definitely going to see at least 10 to 15 of them on the day of the test. It's important. 10 players just hit an answer streak of 6. Static top 5 still.
Static top 5.
All right. Well done to you guys. Rajesh, I just said it. About 10 to 15 questions from the FAQ will appear on the real test. Okay? On to the next one. Static top 5. Diaz making a comeback, 3 in a row. How many total questions? There's 45 questions. Yes, so the Social Democrats are usually workers usually vote for the Social Democrats, and the Social Democratic Party was part of the labor movement. So Arbeitersbevægelsen in 1870. And the trend has continued. So most of the people working for the government actually vote for the Social Democrats. How many people got this wrong? 44 people got this wrong. Now you know what you don't know. Fix that. That's the now number 4. Farshid is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Mohammed, it's not 52 questions. Okay, so people are asking very basic questions. Let me see if I can answer them. So there's 45 questions in the actual test. You have 45 minutes to answer 45 questions. So 1 question per minute. The first 35 questions are from the learning material. And if you practice all the quizzes, so all the frequently asked questions, all the past tests, and all the quizzes on Nearly Danish, you will ace that. Then question 36 to 40 is current affairs. We will also be covering that. Question 41 to 45 is Danish values. We will also be covering that. So we cover the whole thing. We just started. I think we're just 2 weeks in now. All right, on to the next one. The test is on paper. All right, well done.
Excellent.
You guys are doing well. Static top 5, the usual suspects. Vic is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Great job.
All right, the absolute monarchy was introduced in 1661. 50 people got that wrong. Fix that. Lolly moved up again. Seems like the competition is between Lolly and Zedster. Rice is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
Excellent.
Next one. Very similar to the first question. All right. The nuclear family. Okay, so 29 people got that wrong. Imadius is back in the game with 3 in a row.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Got 12 more questions and we're done with this for tonight. All right. About 6 million people in Denmark. Man, we've had a static top 5 for like 3 questions.
Static top 5.
Anna is back. Sorry, is the highest climber up 4 places? Next one. Yeah, I told you guys the answer to this, right? If you were listening. Yes. So Arbeiter Bevægelsen around 1870. 43 people got that wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
Captain McCakes fell off the podium now at number 4. Lolly took his spot. Zedster at number 5. Hijazi is back with an answer streak of 3.
Oh my! He's on fire!
Got 12 questions to go. All right. Denmark's reservations with the EU. Static top 5. Mike MZ back in the game. I can't remember what the last one was. Nicholas. All right. So the question is, can a government that consists of one or more parties that doesn't have a majority in parliament. So can a government consist of one or more parties that do not have a majority in parliament? And the answer is yes. Most of the governments since after the Second World War have been minority governments, so coalitions. Can't remember when was there a majority government? Can't remember, but this is the parliamentary principle. However, this is like the exception, where if a party doesn't have a majority, it can form a coalition with other parties and then create a government. All right. RM is back in the game. Who moved? Zedster. Captain McCakes it's fallen to number 5 now. Next one. Yeah, so Søren Kierkegaard was he didn't make it out of the 1800s. He was a contemporary with H.C. Andersen. Apparently, they were friends. Um, 46 people got that wrong. Zedster now on the podium at number 3. 3 players just hit an answer streak of 5. We're almost at the end now. Ah, should have changed this. It's supposed to be the king now, right? Yeah, most of you got this right. Round of applause. Risa is the highest climber, up 5 places. Next one. We got 6 more questions and we're done for tonight. Seven people got this wrong. Guess the Danarum, written by Saxo, was written in Latin. Hmm. Wow.
Static top 5.
4 players lost the answer streak of 3. Okay, round of applause. Only 6 people got that wrong. Wow, who fell out at the last minute? Rajesh Hamal, now at number 5. Ella is making a comeback with 3 in a row.
She's on fire.
Next one. Right, so Bertel Thorvaldsen, Denmark's most famous sculptor. There is a museum called Thorvaldsen's Museum right next to the parliament, big yellow building, and he's also buried in there. A lot of his artwork is in there as well. 52 people got this wrong.
Now you know what you don't know.
We're almost at the end. These guys are elite players. Static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Shout out to Miss Howd. Never seen your name before, but you're at number 1. This is not a particularly easy Kahoot. Round of applause to you. Yes, so there are many people-related questions, like Fion just pointed out, and actually a trend I've been seeing in the tests is that more and more people-related questions are showing up, which is the reason why I started making those videos, because I saw that they could ask some kind of, basically, let me go on a bit of a rant now, right? So basically what's happening is that over the years, they've been kind of asking indirect questions. And you wouldn't be able to answer those questions unless you actually know a lot about those people and like the full context of the person, which is the reason why I made those videos, so you can watch them, so you can kind of get the full context of the person. So if they ask a kind of like a left field question, you can still catch it. 4 players reached an answer streak of 3. Next one. about 240,000 German refugees came to Denmark after the Second World War. Another static top 5. Wow. Next one. Where do you get the videos? I'll show you. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, this is about the Cold War. Started after the Second World War. How many people got this wrong? 39.
Now you know what you don't know.
Someone is asking where to find the videos. So I showed you before. There is a channel. It's called Nearly Danish TV. And when you get to the channel, just go to the shorts. And you will find all the videos about all the individuals in the book. It's not complete yet, but hopefully by the end of this week, I'll have all of them up. For instance, I want to show you, they asked about, what's his name? Thorvald Stauning. So this guy is the first Social Democratic Prime Minister.
Thorvald Stauning, Denmark's first social democratic prime minister, and the guy who basically said, "Hold my beer, I'm fixing this country." This man served not once, but twice as prime minister, from 1924 to 1926, and then again from 1929 to 1942. And during that second round, he was like,
blah, blah, blah. You get the point, right? Next one. Yes, we will. All right, most of you actually know the answers to this one. You've seen this before. 15 people got that wrong. Fix it. Static top 5 yet again. Margaret has a streak with 48 correct answers in a row.
Perfect score.
Round of applause. That's 100%. A 170 meters. It's called Mullerhøj, I think. Excuse me. 20 people got that wrong. So we're moving to the last question. We have a static top 5 yet again.
Static top 5.
Miss Howard, Baladai, Captain Matt Cakes, Rajesh, Hamal, and Bell 29. Margaret still has 100%.
Perfect score.
Round of applause to everyone that appears on the screen right now. All right, last question. All right, so Carol, we start the mock tests next week. So 45 questions. Last question. You guys know this. We talked about this before. Yes, 2012. Okay, podium time. Captain Matt Cakes came back to number 3. Baladai, of course, at number 2, and Miss Hal at number 1. Okay. Rajesh and Bell 29, 4 and 5.
NearlyDanish.com.